Hey, what's up? I'm up. I'm playing Soul Calibur 2. Totally legitimately on actual hardware. It's the it's a PlayStation version. See, I have a PlayStation controller. I swear everything's fine. Why am I playing Soul Calibur 2? Well, I've been thinking a lot about fighting games in the last couple of days, and, like, I don't know why I'm not feeling Street Fighter 6 right now. Like, I'm not feeling it. I just, yeah, want to try something different. And I do have Soul Calibur 6. And I played a little bit of it in my off time recently, and I'm like, man, it doesn't feel as good as this one does. Or at least how I remembered it being. And I don't think game feel is a big part of it. I think, honestly, a lot of it is, probably nostalgia, but also, like, simplicity. There's a lot of stuff in Soul Calibur 6, having played 2 a long time ago, and then 6. There's a lot lost in translation, and I have no idea how it works. And I really struggled to find anything that really actually explained how things worked in a way that felt like I was actually learning anything. So I figured, hey, let's go back to Soul Calibur 2 and, like, go through the story mode, like the Weapon Master mode thing, just for the heck of it, and, like, have some fun here. I'm also letting this entire opening cutscene play because nostalgia. Simply put. And, like, it took until, you know, this far away for me to go, no, you know what? Yeah. I mean, I haven't looked at it in a long time, but, like, I mean, the Soul Calibur, that's just a widescreen, maybe I'll change that. Display settings, just display. Nope, not that, just display. Screen ratio. Oh. What? Is that gonna... If I change you back to this, what's gonna happen? Well, I guess I'll keep it as a widescreen. Thought it would actually look different, but that's what happens with these old games. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. That's me, Zenimask. Glad the character limit lets me actually put my username. And guess what? None of the Soul Calibur story matters. I care about none of it. Nothing against, you know, the writers or what have you, but even back then, when I played this when I was there, there was nothing. I had no interest in just all the reading required. No. But, oh man, this music, nostalgia baits, good. I ended up playing this game so much that I never played it, like, on super high difficulties or anything, but I ended up playing it so much that I would often just play as Charade, which is a random character, and I would just have fun doing that. But, because it's been so long, who was I really fun and comfortable with? I mean, Necrid was my #1 fave. Necrid's my #1 fave character in Soul Calibur, despite being so distant from the series. And I know he's exclusive to this game, I think. Makes me sad. But I remember Tala was a lot of fun. I would do a lot of I would do one stupid thing over and over again with Raphael. Naru Mitsurugi was fun. And characters that I don't have unlocked. That's either Cassandra or Sophia. I don't remember which is which. But then the other one is one of those. And there's Sangmina. Then there's... Who else? There's other characters. Anyway. I don't know. Let's go with Necrid because he is my boy, my favorite baby boy. And then skip this because it does not matter. Alrighty. Let's go through the game. They're all the exercises. See, like, that's the thing, because I went through, like, whatever, like, the version of this is in Soul Calibur 6. Yes. Love that. But yeah, I opened Soul Calibur 6, tried to go into, like, this version of the game for Soul Calibur 6, and there isn't a tutorial yet, or, like, if there is, you have to, like, go looking for it, and it doesn't even tell you everything, and it's not good. Press A, well, no, because I remember A is, because it's set A, B, and K, and G, so A is going to be square. Horizontal attack, yes. Use to circle enemies. Yes, B before vertical attack. You got it. Wha-bam! Great, and K to do a kick. Oops, I did that. Kick! Kick! Nice, thank you. Most kicks are quick, good for catching folks off guard. Nice. Press G to guard. You got it. Did it. Run by holding that directional button. Oh! Great. Running around, you can adjust the distance to your opponent's will dodge attacks. You got it. A and G or B and G to throw your opponent. B and G is hard to do with a controller. Okay. Change the controls. Yeah, free. There we go. So we got A, B, A, B, K. G and K are already used here, so can I get, like, one of these be B and K? Sure, B and G. Did I miss it? I did, didn't I? There you go. And what else is difficult? A and K would be difficult. So let's do A and K. Or let's do A and K for this one. A and K, and then B and G for this one. Vibration on. You got a vibe. Yeah, because A and B is a little awkward, but you know, having that as a button, A, B, K, that's 3 buttons. There you go. Yeah. Cool. Back. It's weird that back is triangle. I'm used to back being circle and everything now. So A and G, which would be that, or B and G, which would be that. And they look the same. Are there actual different animations? No, there are not. Well, let's do BG. Yeah, baby. It's always a good idea to try throwing your opponent whenever you're close. You got it. Next up is Guard Impact. Sure. This is like, it's like the parry mechanic, right? Yeah. G with the right or left of the directional button at the same time. Show it. Hey, I did it. Took a couple of attempts, but I got there. Soul Charge. Okay, so that's what my R2 is. You got it. Increase the strength of your attack. I'm a big fan of myself. Show me how you can use it. Sure, I did. Alright. Yay! I got things. There we go. I love Necrid. I remember he has that, like, 3-kick move that ends in, like, a flaming dropkick thing. And I, like, would imitate it while I was swimming in the pool when I was really little. That's just the kind of nerd I was. So let's do this next thing. Different button. Studios. It's a weird smile. But yeah, like, this game continued to look good for so long. I feel like there were games released for, like, at least a decade after this game came out that didn't look as good. Oh, didn't mean to do that, but I did. Oh, yes! No, that was the thing for the kick! And then I have this for that! Oh, that missed. But, no, let me do my kick! Okay, you know what? I did it. Yeah. I can safely say... Idiots? Call me an idiot. Let me just call them bad guys an idiot. I'm playing as Necrid. But I feel like, not necessarily button mashy, but this game is a lot more forgiving in, like, not knowing combos, as far as I can experience. At least compared to, like, you know, what I've experienced in Street Fighter 6. No killing of me, please. I need to kill, one more person. What is this guy's whole deal? Oh, yeah! Maxie has this weird look. Weird. Oh, well, I hope I don't die. Well, I died. Maybe I need to pick somebody with a little bit of faster moves, just because I tend to play pretty aggressively, I guess. Oops. Character select. I remember really liking Talon. Talon was fun. Let's do Talon. Let's try again, shall we?
Versus Keelik.
Payback.
It is payback. I pressed the perfect button for that. Good for me.
Your sword.
Entrust your noble soul in your sword. Ah, that's right. She reassures herself.
Battle
Man.
1. Fight.
It's so weird. Oh yeah, this punch is one of my favorite animations in a fighting game. It just feels so good. Now to be fair, I'm not overly experienced in fighting games, but still. Yeah, throwing. Ooh, gotcha. Well, that went a lot better than my Necrid run. Oh man.
You're going to regret this.
Yeah.
Battle 2.
Yeah.
Fight.
Let's see. Let's see it. Oop. Whoa! I landed on my feet. I pressed a button. I don't know how I did that. Tonfa are neat weapons. Bladed Tonfa,
I'm one with the wind.
they're cool, but like weird still.
So, you want me to knock you out?
Oh yeah, it's different costume. I guess they're randomized. Oh wait, Talon also has one of my least favorite animations in the game. This is weird. That kick. I think about this kick all the freaking time because of how stupid it is. It's just like, kick. It's weird. Oh man, road to a new stage. You got it. Want to change characters again? Why not? Who else did I say I liked? Mitsurugi. I remember he has a cool knee move that I always like to open matches with, because it's just this big burst forward move.
You want more?
No use.
No use. Silver the Hedgehog.
The Almighty Ones have granted you a sword to cut your own path. Don't cry.
Wind, guide me.
I don't know. I don't know a whole lot about various fighting games, but like of the quote-unquote main title fighting games, and like very popular ones being like, I guess, Street Fighter, Tekken, Soul Calibur, Guilty Gear, and others that I don't know. Is Soul Calibur the one that like takes itself the most seriously? Because that's kind of sad. Oh, well that didn't let me do anything. Oh yeah! Oh, but I died though. Alright. Change characters again, because why not? Yeah, because, like, I know the Guilty Gear is ridiculous. I know that the Tekken story is ridiculous. But I think it knows it, you know? Street Fighter is silly, but I don't think it's trying to be super serious. There's so much drama. You know what? Serious versus silly is one thing. Soul Calibur is dramatic as hell. That's what I'll say. It's freaking dramatic. Cripes. You know, I actually don't remember playing as, either Sophie or Cassandra, whichever one this is. I don't really remember anything about playing as her, so I'm gonna do that, even though I just lost to somebody I was more familiar with. Because, screw it.
You want more?
Alright, sure. You got it.
I'm going all out. Don't worry, Tom. Believe in yourself.
Yes, believe.
Fight.
Uh-oh. Oh, I thought I did the throw. I tried to throw. Ah, gotcha! Well, that went really well.
Already? Oh well.
We're just gonna like keep playing random characters, I think. Yay! I guess I unlocked a stage. Good for me. That's right, because this is a brand new file with brand new memory card, everything. Which means I think I'm gonna be unlocking all the characters as I go through this, if I go through this for long enough. And I might. I don't know yet. Like, maybe if I play this a lot and kind of get my bearings enough, I'll try going back to Soul Calibur 6. Because, like, you know, it's newer and it's exciting. But I think it's still not exactly new anymore. However, regardless, once I'm familiar with the older mechanics, maybe we can try to get familiar with the newer mechanics, I guess. I don't know. I can't pick random, though, can I? Let's look at alternate outfits. No, this isn't that good outfit. Speaking of how... looking at comparing different fighting games... the sexualization of characters in this franchise is absurd. And it always has been, because Ivy's design hasn't freaking changed. It's absurd. And, like, Street Fighter did the amazing thing when they redesigned Cammy to make her more clothed and more attractive. And I remember this outfit for Ivy. I'm putting it because I'm talking about it. Because, like, Jesus. The frickin' ridiculous bondage gear is one thing, but
This is the end.
the frickin' regal look?
A hero
Hell yeah.
desires a sword.
20 hits on the enemy and survive the round. You got it.
Give up already.
Yeah. And then there's Valdo.
Final battle.
Not gonna fault Valdo, because he's actually breaking norms. Oh yeah, that's the thing. Oh. That's a weird way to stab somebody. Oh, crap, I have to hit fast. I just noticed how low the timer is. No, 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 no! Oh, no! I didn't even see that. I leveled up, good for me. Okay, who hits very much fast a lot? Very much fast a lot. Someone who hits very much fast a lot. Maxie does that, because he has Nunchaku, so he, like, hits a lot. He's got it. Oh, no, wait, no. No, I'll do my stupid cheese strat with Raphael. That's what I'll do. The stupid cheese strat, which is hold forward and keep pressing triangle. And eventually, you win.
Versus Voldo.
I already pressed triangle, so he's already smug.
What?
Yes.
Well then, let us dance.
Yep, that is Raphael, the French person with his French accent.
Battle. Fight.
Here we go. The key to winning in Soul Calibur 2, if you are a scrub like me. I did it! Let's keep going! I hate how much this worked when I was a kid, too. Oh. Here we go. You got it. Alright, I'm gonna switch off Raphael because that's just rude. You know, let's say Heihachi. Let's do this version of Heihachi. I don't really remember much of the details of what the differences are. Oh, I can already buy weapons too? Battle Theater? What's the Battle Theater? A new costume? Oh, right, the move showcase. Yeah, that's fun. I remember watching that. That was cool. But I can't buy anything else now. That's fine. Alright. Oh, strong gust of wind, constantly push you, prevent you from stopping at the edge of the stage. Push you and prevent you from stopping at the edge of the stage. So they're just gonna keep pushing me towards the end. Gonna push me off the stage.
Versus Yun Sung.
I picked my favorite button. First try. You got it.
Watched over by the Almighty One.
Oh.
Who do you think you are?
Yes.
Quit now! If you are to live! Final battle! Fight!
Right now, just... There we go. Victory is assured already. Probably. Oh, wait. Button, button, button! Yeah. Bye.
That's all you Not even worth my breath.
Not even worth my breath. This is me playing as Heihachi. Man, I wish I had the Xbox version of this game. Oh yeah, the dungeon! Alright, yeah. So I gotta change characters before I go into this dungeon. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to Talon. I like Talon. Can I... Actually, is 900 enough for me to buy a thing? It is. Is this a weapon of Talon? Can I buy any others? Oh, well, there's more that I can't buy. Well, sure, why not? Alright. Weapon select. Good defense, better cover, but easy to lose balance. I mean, whatever. What was I saying? Yeah, I wish I had the Xbox version because, as far as guest characters go, as someone who, like, I did play all three, because there was Link, there was Heihachi, and there was Spawn. And Spawn's the one I played the least, because I never had an Xbox. But it's the coolest for me. It's such a cool idea.
I'm through with words.
Final battle! Fight!
Yo! I don't know how I dodged that, but that was fun. Hey! That was good.
Won't you please give up?
Nice. Off we go, continuing down the path. Man, I've messed around with the Soul Calibur 6 character creator, and that was fun. Like, it's a good character creator,
for
the most part.
sword.
Don't worry, Talon. Believe in yourself.
But,
My, aren't we come? Final battle! Fight!
that's... Oh! It just made me do a freaking flip like that. Oh, man, this game. Yeah. For some reason, I mean, like, it doesn't feel that dissimilar from Soul Calibur 6, but I think that they added more to Soul Calibur 6 and just did not communicate how the hell it works. Yoshimitsu. For a split second, I thought Zentetsu... I thought that his weapon... Right, he's frickin' Pogo! Oh, God. That move, the frickin' jumpy move. It's good times. Is that this? Yeah, if I do up and move. Up and B. Nope, up and B. Up and B. Oh, well, I guess I'll just kick you then. Or not. Well. Yeah! That punch is so satisfying. New feature. Did I unlock Yoshimitsu? Is that what I got? Yeah, baby! I'm gonna play as Yoshimitsu next. Or just pogoing around everywhere because people didn't know how to deal with it. And I'm sure I didn't at the time either. Off we go. Story? How about no? Yeah, that's fun. Bye. If I wanted a words-based adventure, I'd play D&D, which I totally would love to do. But instead, I got Yoshimitsu. He's fun. Cannot hold your footing at the end of the stage. Well, Oh, sorry, did it say defeat the enemy with a ring out?
Versus Charade. Namu.
Namu! And there's Charade. I used to
The
play this Charade.
fighters face a
So,
gruesome
okay, so I do have to... I do have to win with a ring out. Oh. Oh, I got dizzy. Oh. Oh. I'm starting the pogo process, but I'm just not... I haven't got myself able to jump. I'm trying to do the guard impact thing, but apparently I'm failing miserably. Unacceptable! I love his weird, like, wooden clockwork arm, too. Well, if I'm supposed to Rin with a wing out, cripes. I don't know. Oh, yeah, Astaroth. Oh, yeah. Doesn't he have a third costume that's better than both of these? The purple one was weird. This one I wasn't a huge fan of anyway, because, like, just the visible still beating heart was just odd. Yeah. And then there's Nightmare, Kilik, Shanghua, Talim, Youngsung, remembering names now. Maxi, Baldo. Can I just keep some of these as they stand on certain costumes? Doesn't appear so. I don't know. I said I was going to play Maxi earlier, and then I didn't, so let's do that. Freaking Soul Calibur, man.
Versus Charade. Out of my way.
Gotta get out of my way, apparently. I'm a bronze neophyte.
A hero designed.
Yes, yes, yes.
Final battle.
Oh, good. Fighting Nightmare Sword. It's like, hey, let's pick a character that's like really good at causing ring outs. Oh, no, 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 not me. You. You. Go over to the thing. Yes, go there, go there, go there. Nope. Not me, not me. You. No! Dang it. Maybe picking a character who had such up close and personal moveset was a bad plan. I don't know, I just like switching characters in general. It's another reason why a lot of traditional fighters are hard for me to get into, because like I like swapping characters, and a lot of them have like completely different inputs for moves, and I'm like, I don't know how anything works because I keep changing. I understand that's a me problem, but still, it's not a me problem with other games. Back to Necrid. Let me get some universality controls over here.
Versus Charade.
Right, that's that one.
Now, two souls are
I mean,
entangled.
Necrid's great because his weapon is a dude plant. It's a male ficus.
Final battle. Fight.
Oh, I did not mean to dash forward there, but there we have it. No, let me do a thing. Not that thing. That one. I want to hit you with it, though. Okay. Oh, that'll be good. I just have to, you know. I'm just bad. It is known.
Versus Charade.
Necrid.
The fighters face.
Ah, yes. Taki
Final
moves.
battle. Fight.
Let's try again now. No, I wanted to do the kick thing. I'd have to. Oh man. It's like, oh well, I did 2 out of 3 kicks, and none of them hit, and I got punished. Got miserably punished. Just have to. I guess should I just do kicks? Should I just do kicks? Oh yeah, Cervantes is an unlockable character. I'm just now remembering. Okay, so Yoshimitsu Cervantes, Sung Nina, the other Grecian warrior. And who am I missing? There's one more. So, Yoshimitsu, you have the Greek warrior person, Sungmina, Cervantes. I don't think Charade's in this mix, but I could be wrong. Yeah. I guess Nightmare. Just big swings. Big swings. Sweets.
Charade. The end.
The end. Such an edgelord
A
character.
hero. Offer your soul.
Yes, offer your soul, because I am edgy.
Final
Okay.
battle. Fight.
Bonk! My kick is a punch because I have a big arm. What is going on with me? Am I just bad? Yes. That's right, that's that move. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Astaroth has that weird spinny move, right? He has that, like, spin command grab. Why didn't I think of that earlier? Now shop. Character select. You. Purple's better than the terrible fetish gear. Not that the fetish is terrible, but the gear is terrible. Mash. Mash.
What?
Yes.
Final battle. Fight.
Okay. Do I remember how to do it? Do I remember how to do it? Well, that's not it. That's definitely not it. There it is! Well, okay, I didn't grab. There's a grab. Yeah, there it is! Woohoo! Is this gonna do it? Please tell me. Please. Oh, come on! No. God damn it! Oh, I'm so bad. Oh, man. I'm just bad. Okay, just Talum. Talum seems to be the one I did the best with, for the most part. So let's just do that. Let's just do that.
Versus Charade.
Are you okay?
No, I'm not. Because I have failed so many times
What?
on this early level. Oh. Nope. How rude. Wow. Wow. Please. No, don't throw that way. Throw the other way. No, this is gonna go the wrong way again. Oh my god. I suck so bad. Why? It's because I'm bad, that's why. Oh god. I'm doing so poorly.
Charade.
Here I come.
Here I come. Gonna keep being bad.
In
Wind.
Yes. I'm terrible. Please, let's continue. So I have to beat you with a ring out. And I have to not die in the process. I swear, this is going way better than all the other attempts combined.
ring out.
Why?
Oh my god! That was horrible!
Payback.
Please let this actually be payback.
What?
Don't worry, Talum.
No, don't tell me to believe in myself, because I don't right now. Oh! Oh! No.
Ring out.
Welcome back to Watch Danny Be Terrible at a video game. I've tried this 9 times and failed every time. You want more? Callum says. I don't. I want to be done with this level.
Final battle. Fight.
I'm so bad at this. Oh. Oh. No. I need to... A few more of those. Just need to land with a few more of these. No, no, no. Thank you for letting me go that way. Oh yeah, this. 10 times the charm. Ah. New feature, yay. Oh good, I got charade. Great, fantastic. I can be bad with every character at once. Oh. Guess I'm gonna keep switching characters around. Can I? I can. I like purple. You know what? Because I keep switching characters anyway, I'm just gonna do this instead because I'm gonna continue to be bad. Throws are more effective. You got it, dude.
Versus Raphael.
But you don't have any voice lines to say. It's fine.
Entrust your noble soul in your sword.
Noble soul, you got it, buddy. Oh, I'm playing as Voldo. Sure.
Battle. Fight.
Run up and do a throw. Throws are apparently more effective. That looked pretty good. Ah. Throw. Throws are more effective. Throw. This is going so much better than the other one. Throw. I win. How did the last one take me 10 tries? Oh, that's freaking pathetic. Oh my god. That's so bad. Yeah, let's go to this sub-zone. Sure, why not? Oh, man. Yeah, let's skip all of this because the story doesn't matter. If it did, I still wouldn't care because reading in my video game? No thanks.
Now,
There's
two
movie dress.
souls are
Oh
fiercely
yeah! There's the the not characters. Yeah, there's this dude, then there's like a lizard man, and then one more. There's an assassin? And I forget what their gimmick is. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, I died real fast. Let's try that again, shall we? I just realized that because I'm playing Charade in story mode, I'm effectively doing a randomizer playthrough. I thought about doing a randomizer Elden Ring run, which would be a lot of fun, but I want to wait for the randomizer to update to allow, like, DLC stuff to be all randomized. You know how it is. Oh, ow. Hit you with a flag. How do you think that feels? Helicopter. I win. It's like either I do incredibly well or I just do terribly. But so it goes. Let's continue. Don't bother using your lips with a dog. Oh, am I just gonna have to fight a bunch of these dudes? Berserkers. That's what they're called. Ah! Ho 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 ho! I interrupted that before it had a chance to kill me. And it definitely, well, then I died. You got it. Man. Yes. Cool. Cut. 3 hits? Is this gonna be 3-hit win? Well, 4, 5, 6. 6 hits total in the match. Oh, and I only have a little bit of health that comes back. Oh, my health maintains. That is valuable info. But I guess if I have infinite retries, it doesn't matter too much, does it? Let's continue. And I get staff now. I wonder if Charade can play as characters that I don't have unlocked, because, I mean, so far I haven't seen that, but that'd be kind of funny. First try! I remember from my brief time playing Soul Calibur 6 that Keelik is in that game, and he has some kind of weird demon crap going on, but again, who cares? Story in these games. Why?
Entrust your noble soul in your sword.
Oh yeah, Mortal Kombat was a game I was talking about that also has a silly story, but I think it knows it has a silly story, you know? Again, I think Soul Calibur takes itself seriously more than any other fighting game. But then again, I'm not well versed in the series, in the genre, that's the words. Oh, it's this kind of thing. Okay, if I knock you down, that means that you get exploded, but it's fine if I just hit you normally. I did it. Beat your chest, buddy. You are a bunch of weird crap around an eyeball. Let us continue. Yeah, because I'm like Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Tekken, Soul Calibur, Guilty Gear. They all have stupid plots. They all have really bad story. But I think Soul Calibur is the only one that feels like it's taking itself seriously, and I just don't appreciate that. I did it. Like, I don't think necessarily that Street Fighter is, like, silly, but it's certainly not taking itself seriously. And, Soul Calibur's really freaking dramatic. I don't know. Oh, okay. Soul Calibur took itself seriously until they added Yoda. Well, to be fair, this version that I'm playing is pre-Yoda. Because Yoda came out in 4, was it? Or 3? I think it was 4. Because 4 had, like, Darth Vader and Yoda, and... Was that the only 2? Because I didn't one of them also have, the dude from, Force Unleashed? Starkiller? Also, hi, Admired. It's nice to see you.
Watched over by the Almighty Ones, they unleash
I mean, like, it still feels like it tries to take itself seriously, or at least, like, it's trying to be dramatic as opposed to fun in a lot of aspects. Because, again, like, I've had a... Soul Calibur 2, yeah. I mean, that's the thing. This is me playing Soul Calibur 2 for, like, the first time in a very, very, very long time. And I bought Soul Calibur 6 ages ago, and I tried playing it more recently because I was thinking about, like, oh, let's try some other fighting games, because I don't play many, if I didn't play any fighting games. And then I played some, Street Fighter 6, and I've liked Street Fighter 6. It's a lot of fun. But then I also had Soul Calibur 6 a long time ago because I wanted to mess around with the character creator because I saw it was really good from, like, a Monster Factory episode. Okay. Okay. But yeah, playing Soul Calibur 6 felt like there was a lot that wasn't being conveyed that I didn't know. And so I was like, let me go back to Soul Calibur 2 and let me see if, like, it's just a whole bunch of new stuff, or if I'm just not used to the game at all. And it feels like it's kind of a combination of both. I don't know. It's just like... When I look at a moveset, and... I mean, you know what? Let's do that. Let's take a look. Can I actually investigate my moveset command list? So, okay. Look at all this. Everything has a name. There's so much stuff. But something I like that this does is that regardless of whether or not it has a name or anything, every, like, directional input plus button does something. So even if you don't know, like, the name of every move or every, like, specific input combination, you can still just, like, press directions and buttons and have cool stuff happen. I do appreciate that. But there are, like, okay, so you got A, B, K, and G. That none of those buttons are on here, but, you know, you eventually learn what that means. But, like, yeah, I just remember looking at the legend. This stuff, high attack, mid attack, low attack. Do those matter? I don't know. You play most of Soul Calibur. Oh, neat. I know 6 is the most recent one. I don't know if they've announced that they're doing a 7th or anything. Still have Nightmare memorized. Annoyed they changed it dramatically after 2. Oh, did they? Did not know that. Hold input, delayed input, slide input, neutral, special mid, attack, throw, guard break. Oh, yeah, because, wait, because again, I've played 6. Aren't Nightmare and the dude who Nightmare, like, they used to be the same dude, and then they, like, separated? Is that why? It's because they're two different characters that got merged and then separated or something? Or was it just they totally overhauled the character and it was very different? Because, oh god, what's his name? It's Nightmare and, Siegfried? Is it Siegfried? Siegfried, yay! Yeah, so, like, are they just, like, totally 100% different than Soul Calibur 2, or is it because, like, they were two aspects of the same dude that have now been split up, and so they had to kind of make them their own characters? They both are different from Nightmare and 2. Okay. Huh. I mean, I don't know the intricacies of this franchise at all, so, like, I'd be like, oh, what's different? And I wouldn't, even if you told me, I wouldn't be able to know.
Entrust your noble soul in your sword.
But, Sis was a Talon main. I mean, I was never good at this game, but I played it a lot as a kid, and, I eventually just started playing as Charade with my friends because I just liked messing around with everything. But I think if I had to say, like, who I probably played the most as, it was probably Talon or Mitsurugi. Or Necrid. Necrid's my favorite, but I think it was, like, Necrid, Talon, and Mitsurugi were, like, my top 3. But I put time into almost everybody in this game at some point, including across the different versions, because I did have a chance to play multiple versions of the game. The one that I had at my home was the PS2 version, which is why this is what I'm playing now. That's actually not why this is what I'm playing now. I wanted to play the Xbox version just because I wanted to play as Spawn, because I find Spawn more interesting than Link and Heihachi. But couldn't get it to work. And by that I mean I don't actually own the disc, and it's illegal. And, you know, I have not had any experience with, emulation, but I have heard stories that, emulating Xbox games is really difficult. People stopped playing as me after a while, after I devolved into me joking that I sucked at Smash Bros. Yeah, I kind of have the opposite thing, where, like, you know, the only person I could really, like, match up to in Smash Bros. Was one friend, and, but, oh geez, I'm screwed for this, yep. Like, I couldn't play Smash Bros. With any of my friends because I played it so much with my one other friend that the two of us were so much better than literally everybody else in our friend group. And then it became less fun. And so now I barely play Smash anymore. Because like, you know, have it on at a party and be like, cool. So, like, if you did the thing where it's like, you know, the loser bows out and somebody else comes in, I would play non-stop. It would just be like me and my one friend and then like two other people who would take turns swapping with like the one odd person out, so we had to do like winner out. But even then, it was, you know, two people who really know how to play the game and then two who didn't. Jesus, I got perfected. That's rough. Yeah, excuse me. But I've never been good at these games. Like, I think I probably, like, beat arcade mode with every character multiple times, but never on anything harder than normal. So, like, for what that's worth. And don't think I ever really graduated past button mashing in Soul Calibur 2. At least it feels that way at this point. Christ. Oh, that's cool. And she's okay. As someone who did grow up with the original Smash Bros. First, like I didn't play Melee first. I remember when Melee came out and that was a big deal, because I am 30 plus.
A hero desires a sword, and a sword desires truth.
Yeah. You know what? Same. I don't think I spent a whole lot. Oh, I can randomize the characters I don't have. That's cool.
Battle, fight.
So I can do this. I remember this. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Roll. It's just nice to have, like, you know, a certain amount of simplicity, despite the fact that I'm so bad. Cripes. Yeah, like, I definitely did have moves memorized at a time. But, no longer. Maybe picking Charade was the wrong move, but you know what? I'm already this far. Oh, good! I'm playing as Raphael. That means I can do the cheese strat. The scrub, my scrub strategy for Raphael. Oh, come on! I just have to get started, and then once I'm started, you can't stop me. Let me start though. There we go. And now he countered my perfect offense of non-stop pressing forward and triangle. How did he do that? Oh, man. Yeah, like, with a lot of fighting games, with basically everything, as far as I can tell, everything except for Smash Bros. And I guess other platform fighters for the most part, playing as more than one character requires a whole lot of memorization, and that's not how my brain do the works. So the fact that, like, everyone has different combo routes that will, like, well, not even combo routes, but just, like, different button inputs will do very different things for certain characters. And, like, in the case of something like Street Fighter, there are, like, pretty standardized inputs, like the quarter circle forward punch. But some characters don't have a move that's quarter circle forward punch. That doesn't do anything for them. And that just, like, makes my brain hurt when I play around with different characters. And something I find weird is how, like, I guess, coming from a platform fighter basis, specifically Smash Bros. I haven't played a whole lot of non-Smash Bros. Platform fighters, but coming from, like, a mainly Smash basis, it feels weird to have, like, yeah, like, you have, like, names and stuff, but, wow, that was so much easier than the other one. But, like, to have characters be so different mechanically, control-wise, that, that, like, you can't transfer the skill sets around. That feels weird to me. It's almost, to me, it feels like I'm disincentivized to learn more than one character. It's like, cool, play this one person, get really good at them, even though there's, you know, over a dozen other options in a lot of games. And I think one of the reasons why Smash Bros. Can get away with having such a massive roster, what the hell? I'm either doing incredibly or I'm doing piss poor forever. That's what we've learned. But yeah, like, I don't know. Because I downloaded the demo for Tekken 8, and I've tried it a little bit, and I like the idea of the controls being like, each button is a limb that you're attacking with, but just like the others, it's like, yeah, but only certain characters have certain moves that if you press certain directions and buttons in certain orders, and like, I don't want to memorize, I want to react. And I can really react with Smash Bros. Because, you know, I've had a lot of practice, so I'm conditioned to a degree. What happened in that other Berserker fight? Ugh. Anyway, oh, I got Riker Palash. Welcome to Raphael. But, words. Yeah, I don't know, like, when I'm playing a game that's like, hey, look at all these different characters, I'm like, cool, I want to learn all of them. It's like, well, that's going to require a lot of memorization beyond just, like, what their different buttons do.
The fighters face a gruesome quest to search for the ultimate sword.
I forgot that there were invisible characters in this game. I forgot that this was a thing.
Fight.
Oh. Yep. Ah. And I've done a lot of thinking, actually, not that lately, about, like, how, if I were to design my own fighting game, what I would do. Hey, I did it. Everything else usually there's the path. Yeah, that's true. There's a lot of rooms in there I did need to go through, but, you know, I did them anyway. That's what matters, I guess. But, yeah, I don't know. I just think about, like, specific, because I've put a lot of time into Street Fighter 6 at this point. Still not good, and that's fine. If I wanted to be good, I probably would have tried to get good at other fighting games in the meantime beforehand. Ah, it ducked under you, haha, jerk. There we go. But, what was I saying? Yeah, like, just for example, I mean, I already gave the example, you know, the Hadouken move is quarter circle forward punch, and depending on, you know, the light, medium, or heavy punch, it affects the quality of the Hadouken. But, like, I don't play Ryu or Ken, or other people who have a quarter, like, but I do play, I have played a lot as Juri, and Juri doesn't have a quarter circle forward punch. That's not a move she uses. She has a quarter circle forward kick, but not everyone who has a quarter circle forward punch has a quarter circle forward kick. And, like, and then there's charge inputs, which, like, some people have none, some people have a lot, some people have some. It hurts my brain. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, that's what I was getting at. I've had thoughts about, like, how I would design a fighting game if I was going to design a fighting game, and I would try to incorporate a lot of platform fighter ideals, not necessarily mechanics, but some, into a final battle. That's probably because there's only one round. Did I just notice it was final battle the first time now? Maybe. Bonk, 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 bonk. I did it. But, like, something that there's a few things about traditional fighters that I find, like, less engaging, or at least less fun, or at least less engaging. I don't know. I find them, like, less exciting. That's the word I was looking for. Than what platform fighters do. And one of the main ones I think about is health bars versus damage accumulation for knocking people out. Because with health bars, you could do big, super flashy stuff that looks really cool and feels really cool and is super strong looking. And because, you know, health wasn't all the way down, you then just go, okay, jab, and then they die. Like, I can do a super cool combo here. Let's say I did a whole ass cool thing there, but this happens all, okay then. And then I'll just, And that's less exciting to me. That's less satisfying. So I would think, okay, but, like, you can't exclusively have, like, ring outs in a fighting game unless you're making a platform fighter, and that would change. And if I want to make it more like a traditional 2D fighting game, but keep that idea, instead of having, like, a daze mechanic that eventually can make you easier and easier to, like, knock out, like, actually knock out, but you can only be knocked out by, like, certain powerful moves, but it gets easier, and the threshold for what can knock you out gets lower and lower as you accumulate damage. So you still end moves with a flashy, cool looking, exciting, strong move, but it doesn't, you know, require knocking somebody off the stage like a platform fighter does. I also just don't like I do not like how much memory is in traditional fighters. And I've said that once. I've said that probably like 7 times in the past 5 minutes. But oh boy! Like, I look at what, you know, high-level Street Fighter play is, and it's like, wow, so you guys are... It's effectively turn-based, it feels like sometimes. And I have been in situations where somebody, like... I don't know. At no point have I felt so... in, like, any other game that I've played that's, like, even has any kind of moderate competitive aspect, or, like, versus aspect. only in a 2D fighting game have I ever got the sense of, I'll just put my controller down, let me know when you're ready. Let me know when you're done. You know, just like sitting there asking myself the question, when do I get to play the game that I bought? Which, you know, that's an aspect of those games a lot of people really like, is being able to, like, is the challenge of stringing all those combos together and stuff. But as somebody who's, like, trying to get into it, I don't want to put that effort in, not even a little bit. Oh, right. Booby traps. That's fine. I'm about to win. I did it. So, like, yeah, just having, and something that Platform Fighters does that, like, really, that counteracts that really well is the fact that damage accumulation affects your knockback. Cool, thank you for that unlock. And so, like, combos that work at early percents won't work at later percents, and vice versa. And so, and also, combos can never be super long because the entire purpose of the game is to knock somebody away from you. I'm not sure when you deviated from that line of things. I mean, you could have deviated, you could have just never had it. I mean, I know that I'm not the only person that thinks this way, but I also know that I'm far and away in the minority here. And, you know, I don't dislike these games. I'm playing this, and I've put how much time have I put into Street Fighter 6? Let's take a look. How much time have I put into Street Fighter 6? I've put almost 250 hours into Street Fighter 6. It's great. Lots of fun. But I think about, like, if I was to make a game like this, or like Street Fighter, I would change it. I would change a lot of, like, aspects of it fundamentally, and I would use Smash as an inspiration. Some are the same way? Yeah. I mean, like, when I first got Street Fighter 6, and to a degree still now, I struggle a lot with the controls. And I hate struggling with controls, especially when the demands of controls are so high. Like, I own this. I bought this with money that I shouldn't have spent on this, but I did. Or maybe I did it with, like, a gift money that I got for, like, a birthday or something, I don't remember. Either way. Money that could have gone towards more useful things back when I bought this. Didn't. Because of the, like, difficulty I had with trying it with this, specifically Street Fighter, because of the 6-button attacks. The fact that, like, the R1 and R2 were the heavy attacks just did not feel right in my head at all. I played on my keyboard for a little bit. Well, not for a while, but that started to really cramp up my hands. And so I got this. And this has helped a lot. But even so, sometimes I feel like I do an input that I think is working, that I think the input is, and then something else happens, or something just doesn't happen. And then the reverse happens sometimes, where, like, you know what? I need to do this with examples. I'm going to switch. I'm gonna switch games. I'm gonna open Street Fighter 6, because I want to talk about this in more detail with examples. So I'm gonna do that. Save data, sure. Yeah. It's great. Exit. Yes. And oops. Yep. And then close the whole thing. Yep. Yep. Yes, I do. Okay, give me a sec. Opening Street Fighter 6. And as soon as Street Fighter 6 starts to open, I will change the capture to Street Fighter 6. Here we go. Oh, not working. Come on. There we go. All right. Controls breaking? Completely agree. Yeah, but it wasn't even that the controls were breaking. I was just not. I was uncomfortable with how the game felt to control the way that I was using. Oh no. Not the shader compiling. We're gonna be here for a minute. Well. So, anyway. So yeah, so I got this, and even from here, I did more controller customization in terms of, like, what inputs are what, because technically this is like, so I'm gonna see. So here you got these four, but it's right bumper and left bumper. Wait, no, sorry, right bumper and left bumper, and that feels weird in my head because right is over here and left is over here, but this is right and this is left, and so I switch those around. And actually, I don't know if you can see. There's a little screen. So if I press one button, if I press this button, you can see it's actually pretending to be the other button. Can't learn different controls. Oh, I see. You've been PC gaming for a few years and jerry-rigged old controls to work with my old PC. Yeah. Those people told me to get good, learn how to keyboard, and I'm just not built to. That's fair. Yeah, that's totally fair. Like, for me, I am fortunate enough to have, like, multiple control options that can feel comfortable for me for most of the time. Like, I really like the feel of a PS4 controller, but I also have a Xbox One controller over here, and I'm comfortable using mouse and keyboard with some other games, but it kind of depends on what kind of game I'm playing. But when I started playing Street Fighter 6, I was like, none of these feel right. None of these feel good. The closest I got was keyboard feeling all right, and I was like, it's still not particularly comfortable though. And I forgot that I also bought this. I bought a 6-button controller, like a 6-button gamepad that has right bumper, right trigger here, and then like two different. I think these are like stick clicks for the other two shoulder bumper stuff. Something like that. Yeah. And I got this, and I was like, oh yeah, this will be the best of both worlds. And I was like, it's still not clicking. Like, and I know it's, you know, like, it is a poor craftsman who blames his tools, etc., etc. But at by that same token, it's like there are things that I know what to do and can do, but struggle with consistency, and I can tell it is a fault of the controls. Never played PlayStation, so I had to adjust because I only had an old PS3 controller when I got my new PC. I mean, like, I'll be honest, because so many games, like, I use this because it feels good in my hands. But the general button layout is pretty much the same. Stop looking at my hands to figure out what button is supposed to be A. See, exactly the same thing. But funnily enough, I have played so many games with this controller that don't have actual, like, supports for PlayStation controllers. I'm used to seeing the Xbox button prompts, and I'll just press the button that I know that's supposed to be. But then when I play a game that, like, what was it? I think when I started playing Elden Ring with some mods, there was a thing to, like, substitute in the button prompts for PlayStation button prompts. So I was like, sure, yeah, could I use that controller? But then I was looking, I was like, wait, what button square again? I completely no, I was messing up because of what X was, because X is a different button on both controllers in different places. But even though I was using a PS4 controller, I was so used to where X was according to Xbox controllers that I was pressing square when I should be when I was pressing X when I should be pressing square on this, because I forgot the PS4 symbols, even though it's what's in my hands. I hope I've stringed that sentence together in a way that makes sense. But yeah, like, I mean, I have a bunch of different controllers from different systems because I have owned multiple game things over the years. But just, you know, yep, I'm gonna grab this one as well. Come on, get down here. The fact that modding a PC to play Switch games, no kidding. Yeah. Because, like, yeah, so here, like, I'm just gonna do this. The fact that throughout the history of gaming, and I know this isn't all of them, we've got here, press X, it's over here. All right, cool. PlayStation X, it's on the bottom instead of on the left. Okay. Then you've got Switch and Wii U. X is on the top instead of the left or the bottom. Okay. And then you've got the GameCube. X is on the right, not the top or the middle, left, or bottom. Like, let's play Where's the X? No kidding. Like, the fact that the button symbol that has moved around the most is the same letter symbol that is associated with finding treasure on a map. The irony is not lost on me, buddy. Oh, it's freaking absurd. Yeah. I'm just glad that none of these controllers have, like, F and E on them because of how PC gaming also works, too. My God. We're about a third of the way through the shaders compiling. Goddamn. Nintendo's the biggest offender of their own controllers. Yeah. Okay, well, here's the thing. Nintendo's controller layout was the first one. The Super Nintendo did this. This was originally, like, the SNES had this layout. And then, if I remember correctly, the Dreamcast decided, hey, we're going to literally reverse A and B and Y and X. Which became what the Xbox started using. So, like, when they did the 4-button diamond, Nintendo had this. They went A, B, Y, X. Got it. And then the Dreamcast was like, no, we're going to do this. And then Xbox copied them. And then when the GameCube came out after the Super Nintendo, they decided to completely change the control and have, like, hey, A is the big important button, B is a smaller whatever button, and then we have these two over here. And I guess they went A, B, X, Y because, you know, reading right to left. Maybe that's why they did it. So I understand their methodology behind it. And then they came out with the Wii, which didn't have an X or a Y button because the controller was, again, different. But it had an A and a B, which were, like, thumb and finger. Makes sense. And then the Nunchuck had a Z and a C, but that's something. But then they also came out with the, what's it called, the Pro Controller there? The Classic Controller for the Wii, which mimicked the Super Nintendo controller, just with 2 joysticks. So it had the same layout that the Switch controller now has, and the Wii U, same thing. So, like, Nintendo has technically been kind of consistent with the exception of the GameCube controller, because they just totally changed everything there. And, I mean, the N64 controller, which didn't have an X or a Y either. Never mind. So... That's right. Wait a minute. So, okay. Original Nintendo came out. AB. Got it. Super Nintendo. AB. XY. Got it. Oh, do I remember? I have them somewhere in storage, I think. N64 controller. Weird choices. But they had AB, LR. Those made sense. Z, which was new, and the 4 C buttons, which were also new. But to be fair, C makes sense because it was camera, and, like, the idea of moving a camera was a brand new concept. So I get it that they changed it to C. Z being at the bottom makes sense. So, like, I get why, but at the same time, and L and R makes sense because they also had L and R on the Super Nintendo, I believe. Yeah, they did. So, like, I get why they took, well, instead of using X and Y, they changed it to Z and C and L and R. Like, I get it. However, it's weird. Yeah, and that's the thing. Nintendo always tries new things. And I commend them for that. The reason why this problem really came up, though, is because the Dreamcast decided to copy the Super Nintendo and put it backwards. And then other people copied them. And unfortunately, coincidentally, PlayStation had a completely different button labeling system that also included an X. Because, like, I mean, this makes sense too because you have circle, X, squared, triangle, square for, it's how many lines, basically. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Circle, X, triangle, square. 4 different lines making up each shape. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And I even have... Oh, no. I do have this, but oh, no. I've just made it worse. I have this old-ass Logitech PC controller, which has 1, 2, 3, 4 buttons, but they're in different places. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. The only one that's in the right place is 2. I would say right place, the same place that the PlayStation controller would be. Oh my god. Sony controllers almost never changed, and they tried new things. Did they try new things? Did they try new things though? Did Sony actually try new things with their controllers? Did they? Like they added 6-axis and like the touchpad, but they didn't like really try to be new with it. They just, it's like they came up with a sequel instead of a new movie. And Nintendo was like, "This is a new movie." And then when they did the Wii U controller, they were like, "Yeah, this is a reboot." Yeah, like 6-axis way early, but at the same time, like that's not a change to the controller design, right? That's a feature. Mice controllers, but man, yeah, like those are things that are bonus features, bells and whistles and what have you. But like in terms of the actual design features and like the layout and buttons and everything, has not changed since they added analog sticks, or if you want to include the touchpad. But the touchpad I feel like is never used anymore anyway. Yeah, like because the original PlayStation didn't have analog sticks, and then eventually the PlayStation 1 had some controllers with analog sticks, and then nothing beyond kind of like gimmicky stuff was added and since then. At least that's how I feel about it. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think consistency is very good. It would make backwards compatibility really effective if they actually did that, but they didn't. Because, man, that changed the controller drastically. Yeah, and so yeah, like adding things is one thing, but changing it up and trying new things that way is something Nintendo has very much done, both to its benefit and detriment. Because there are some games that are like on the 3DS or the Wii U that I would love to get a port, but they function completely like exclusively on, or even just the DS and 3DS, but they function pretty exclusively with the basis of how the hardware works, which is unique. We've passed halfway on the shaders. I swear we'll get to this. Um, but what was it? Remain consistent rather than making everyone learn new things every new console like Nintendo did. Yes, I agree with that. Yeah, I think that's a good thing. I think that consistency is good. I also think that trying new stuff is good too, but also like Nintendo seems to have kind of found their way once they realize. I think it was after they realized how much people liked the classic controller when they made that at periphery for the Wii. When people really like that controller, they actually really prefer that. And so let's get consistent. So then they came out with the Wii U, it's like we're gonna have the same layout as the classic controller, just with the gamepad, and then you get the Pro controllers, which are basically the same thing as Xbox controllers, basically. Um, and then the Switch came out, and I'm like, cool, same layout of buttons. We got it now. Well, we can still change around the hardware and how certain things work, but in terms of button layouts, as far as I can tell, they're gonna keep it this way. Maybe. Um, but good for them. But funnily enough, something I find kind of funny is that Xbox versus PlayStation controllers, I mean, like, pretty similar, like, I mean, same buttons and, like, functions for the most part, but the main difference is where the analog sticks are. And on Xbox, you have, like, in terms of top and bottom and the right and left, it goes top is stick and buttons, and then bottom is D-pad stick. And with PlayStation, the sticks are on the same level, D-pad buttons and face buttons on the same level. And I like this better. But I like this better just like in terms of comfort. But I think, funnily enough, despite Xbox feeling very much like Xbox was the console, the systems that really felt like the ones that had a lot of shooters on them. It was like the Call of Duty and the Halo thing. But I think having parallel sticks would make more sense for a shooter because you're usually going to have your hands on both sticks. So to have an asymmetrical situation here versus a symmetrical situation here, I feel like this would make more sense for a shooter, and this would make more sense for other kinds of games, like a platform or something, or not necessarily platform, but any other kind of game where you're not necessarily needing to move the camera all the time. I haven't tried the new PlayStation controllers, but I've taken apart my older PS controller or Xbone controller. The Xbone is cheap. Yeah, I have this Xbone controller, and like it's fine, but I don't find it as comfortable as the PlayStation 4 controller. I remember, like, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3 basically felt the same. The main difference being like marshmallow buttons on the PlayStation 3, for the R2 and L2. But I remember the first time I picked up a PS4 controller and put it on my hands, I went, "Oh my god, this is so comfortable." Like, I don't want any other controllers to feel different than this. This feels great. Now I'm sure there can be improvements made at this point, especially because I'm sure my hands have gotten bigger since then because it's been years. But like, wow, this feels right. That felt good. But certain games demand other things from you, which is why I now have this. Oh my god, I feel like we've been stuck at the same percentage of loader for the whole time. I used your scissor PS4 a few times. It was a gift. Sony still not messing with what worked. Yeah, seriously. Like, it just, like, this is like they are refining their design versus what Nintendo did for a long time, which was trying a whole bunch of new stuff all the time. And Xbox, which is, instead of refining, they are just updating. Because, like, how much more refined is the Xbox One controller from the Xbox 360 controller? I would say not really. It is different, it's newer, and that's about all I'm going to give it. It's fine. It's not bad. It's just... like, again, there you go, old PlayStation controller. I just have a drawer of old controllers here. Mostly GameCube ones, because in case people want to play Smash and are stingy that way. Because, like, this versus an Xbox One controller, not really different at all. It's just like, I don't know, the material's a little different, it feels like sometimes. But, yeah, PS2 versus PS4, or PS3 versus PS4, like, oh, they made it better. Xbox brought the Duke for PC. I really wanted to support too small music. The Duke? What's the Duke? Do I know the Duke? I'm gonna look up the Duke. Xbox, the Duke. Let's see if this is actually gonna tell me anything. The Duke is the original Xbox third-party-ish controller. Gotcha. So it's not like a Mad Catz fiasco. It's like better. Everything's running really slowly because I'm loading a game and stream at the same time. But... oh, that one! Yeah, okay, I know what that is. Yeah, the big UFO-looking thing. Oh, man. Right. Yeah. That looks of its time. I love it. Alright. The thing... yeah, I mean, I had, what was it? And, I don't think I have it easily accessible. I don't have it easily accessible, but I had this, like, third-party N64 controller that instead of having, like, the trident, it was more like an upside-down middle finger. It was just this, I mean, kind of phallic looking thing now that I think about it. But, yeah. I don't know. The N64 controller is a strange monstrosity, but at the same time, like, none of its games were designed to have D-pad and analog stick controls at the same time really mattering or being a thing. The only problem being games that required analog stick and also the L button, which I don't think happened too much. Happened a little bit. Like, it was a neat idea to be like, well, because it was the first 3D console. It's absolutely was charming. It was the first 3D console, so they had to like. I remember hearing that they had to figure out ways to like ease people into the idea of games in 3D. Like the reason why in Mario 64 the camera is the dude in the cloud with camera, and you see him first, and then you go into his perspective to understand. Oh, you are the camera following around the character, and these buttons are going to be moving the camera around. Like that was on purpose to make people go, it's 3D and you're controlling the camera. So the idea that there's like, you have one handle for the D-pad and then a separate handle for the analog stick because now you're moving in 3 dimensions. Like I get it to have like a this and then that, but you know, it worked for whatever they were trying to do. But yeah, they started on Nintendo, New Super Nintendo, the Ocarina of Time, Mario 64. So here's the weird thing. I mean, I was born in 1992, which is kind of like, I think that was the same year as the launch of the Super Nintendo. But that was like, peak Super Nintendo time. My early years would have been peak Super Nintendo time. But of all of the consoles that exist, in terms of like up until modern stuff, I have played Super Nintendo the least. Like technically, I think I've played Xbox One the least at this point, and I've never touched a PS5. I don't think, or like any of the new stuff. But like from the original Nintendo console to I'll say PS3. The one I played the least was Super Nintendo. Sega Genesis, I forgot about Sega. I never touched the Dreamcast. I think I played on the Genesis a little bit. My stepbrother used to have a Game Gear. The Sega Game Gear, the handheld. I played on that. Yeah. And I've played on the Genesis too because I remember Booger Man. Booger Man was a thing, and I played Booger Man. But yeah, but I played on the original Nintendo because when I was really little, a babysitter who lived down the street from us had the original Nintendo, and sometimes when she would babysit us, we would go over to her house and we'd play Mario and Circus Charlie and Duck Hunt. Rich kids had Game Gears. Was it my stepbrother or was it a friend of his? It might have been a friend of his because I don't remember it actually being around the house very much. So it might have been a friend of his because like we weren't that rich. So, yeah. So like I played the original Nintendo at a friend at our babysitter's house, and so I played like the original Mario and I played Duck Hunt and I played Circus Charlie. Those are the big three. Circus Charlie is the one that people don't remember, and that's fine. It's just a bunch of mini games really. But then like as I started to get older, the N64 would come out, and then all of my friends who had video games, because I didn't actually have video games in the house until I got older, until my mom and my stepdad moved in together, because my stepbrother had a PS2, and we didn't have any video game consoles as kids. There was actually a pretty significant backlash around my family getting video games. I thought I was going to get addicted to them, and I mean, they're a passion and an interest now. But no, my family was pretty against video games back in the day. Whatever. Yeah, so like I would play N64 at my friends' houses, and every once in a while I would get to like rent an N64 or something along those lines. My stepbrother got a PS2, and then I started to play stuff there. And the first video game console that I actually owned for myself was an N64 that I bought. No, not that I bought. I got as a gift from my cousin who didn't want his anymore because the Wii was coming out. And so I got my first console well after its time. But I mean, I played like I don't think I have played more than a single match of Mario Party that wasn't on the first game. I have maybe played 1 or 2 matches in like Mario Party 2 or 4. I may have played 1 or 2 matches in Mario Party, like one of the GameCube ones. I think I played one of the Wii ones once. But that's it. But I've played a shit ton of Mario Party 1. Because that was the one I had. And I had Kirby 64, which is phenomenal and still I think deserves it. deserves to get like remade or something. But PS2, Dad who married in the family brought the Genesis. Ah, there you go. Similar idea. Um, but yeah, so I had an N64 and I played that a lot. But I remember like when the Wii was coming out. I don't remember exactly when it did, but I know that because my birthday is it's on Valentine's Day. Is my birthday. Um, and I remember like the Wii had come out. Maybe I think it was like that Christmas time, that holiday season. And I was like, I would like to use combination Christmas birthday, like money from Christmas and like for my birthday, I want to get a Wii. And it was like it took some convincing for my family to do. Why is the shaders stuck here? It's been at this percentage for too long. What the hell? Ugh, come on, Street Fighter. Task Manager. Apparently you're working. Do I leave it? I don't know. I don't know. I'm still telling the story, so we're fine. It's just weird. I'm gonna leave my if my mouse pointer doesn't go away, I'm gonna leave it here and we'll see if it like moves. Track the pixels. Eh. Um Wait, what? Did I do that? God damn it. Put you there. Try not to move it. Ah! Okay, so I saw it move. It is moving. What the hell? Anyway, so I basically went from not having video games to like NES at the babysitter's house, N64 at friends' houses, and then my stepbrother had a PS2. I got an N64. Then I got a Wii, and from then on, it was like I was old enough to be like I am the master of my own domain. But yeah, then I started to like get more into stuff. Um, but yeah, so like Super Nintendo, despite being like the console of the era I was born in, I have minimal experience with, which is also funny when you consider that like my favorite Nintendo franchise is Metroid, and the most well respected by gamers game in the franchise is the one on the Super Nintendo. It's kind of funny, but I can say safely I have since played through Super Metroid, and it's great. It's wonderful. Absolutely. Its controls are outdated as fuck. And like absolutely deserves a remake, despite how many people are like, no, it's perfect, leave it as it is. My own consoles games when the Xbox 360 should be, but yeah, same, yeah. Because Xbox 360 came out to compete with, well, like at the same time as the PS3 and the Wii, or at least at the time the way it was, it's like Nintendo's console usually released like 6 months to a year before PS2 and before PlayStation and Xbox's consoles came out in that generation. But Wii, 360, and PS3 were all the same gen. And there's PS4, Xbox One, and Wii U. Now we have the Switch, and then the PS5 and Xbox Series X, I guess. Is the Series X its own console, or is it just like an updated Xbox One? I actually have no idea. Xbox is the one I've had like the least interest in, or least investment, or least knowledge about, because like most of the time, those games come to the PC anyway, because it's Microsoft, with very few exceptions. Any exclusives for Xbox will eventually come to PC. Um, like I think the only one that I can think of that I'm actually interested in playing now that I can't, that is an Xbox exclusive, is Halo 5, because I got the Master Chief Collection when it was like on hella sale not too long ago. Played through the first 6 Halo games, being 1, 2, 3, 4, and Reach and ODST. And I'm like, cool, I'm curious to see how the story progresses, because Halo 4 was when I started to go, oh, I'm actually invested in the story a little bit now. But you can't play 5 on anywhere. Put a lot of money into 360 and the original Xbox games. It's fair. I had friends who had Xbox, and there was a lot of playing Lord of the Rings: Return of the King on Xbox. I don't think it was an exclusive. Halo reached the prime of your gaming days. Yeah. I think, based off of my experience with the games, Now, I did play them like all one after the other in rapid succession, so I will have a hard time actually differentiating them all a little bit. But I think in terms of like most least favorite, it would go 4, Reach, ODST, 231, or 213. Something like that. Because like, I really like story. I like good story. I like good characters and good character interactions. And I expected more of that in the earlier Halo games. I expected more of that in some of the later Halo games that I played. But I didn't always get it. um, yeah. I don't know. I mean, also, I'm the person who watched the Halo TV show without having really played any of the Halo games and liked it. So, take my opinion with a grain of salt. I didn't think it was great or anything. It was just better than I thought it was going to be. There were moments in it that impressed me. But I know a lot of people were really mad at it for, I'm sure, lots of reasons. Read 4, Comet Evolved, ODST 2 and 3. Yeah. Oh, you have the books. Okay, yeah, you probably have a lot of opinions about the show if you watched it. Like, it's funny. I mean, the funniest thing about the Halo show being what it was, I mean, did the second season come out? If it did, I haven't seen it. Anyway, but the funny thing about the Halo show is that, like, I remember hearing some people saying about the production when it was criticized of the fact that they're going to have Master Chief's face be shown. I know with the Reach I'm not a fan of where the 343 Microsoft went with things. I don't know where the split is. I don't know when that changeover happened, because I know it used to be Bungie, and now it's 343 Microsoft. I don't know when that happened. I just know I played the games, so woo. But but yeah, like, I just think it's funny that they were like saying, "Hey, it's really hard to make a character, have an emotional journey that you can empathize with when you can't see their face." While the Mandalorian was a thing, like, peak Mandalorian time was when they were saying, "Hey, we can't not show his face." Midway through Halo 4, huh? I would never have known. Here, like, I mean, I don't know, like, how much that affected the narrative of 4. If they, like, went back and read a bunch of story or just finished the story, like, I mean, whatever. Either way, I have heard a lot of. I don't know anything about the Halo 5 story. I just know that a lot of people don't like it. And as somebody who's, like, also heard that the Halo 4 story is really divisive, I'm really curious to see what the Halo 5 story is. And Halo 6 is the one that's on Steam that is technically free, but you have to pay $80 for the campaign. So I have not gotten that, because fuck that. I think they had like 2011, honestly, they were competing too much with Mandalorian. Yeah. I mean, like, I don't think actually it's competing with Mandalorian, because they're very different shows. Like, very different stories. Even what I've watched Brian David Gilbert's thing about the Halo novels. Like, that's as far as I know about Halo lore, really. But it's a very different story than Mandalorian. It's just the fact that they were like, we have to show his face because we can't have him be emotional without showing his face. Meanwhile, Mando's a thing. I just thought that was funny. But as far as I can tell, they're very, very, very different. Halo Legends was very entertaining. Halo Legends. Was that a game? Was that a book? Was that a movie, a show, thing? Doesn't ring a bell at all. Halo Legends. Because there was Star Wars Visions, and my brain's going like, is that... Hey, we're here! Great. Thanks. Cripes, that took forever! But yeah, what is Halo Legends? Just like its lore? Is it the books? Is it what? I'm curious now. Halo. Oh, animated anthology thing. Oh, okay. So it's like Star Wars Visions or the Animatrix before it. The Animatrix is great. Okay. Now let's see if I can get into this and then also remember what I wanted to talk about, I don't know, half an hour ago when I first put it up, this freaking game. Animatrix and Halo on the DVD, lol. Nice. Yeah, the Animatrix. I had a box set of all the Matrix movies, like a special Matrix experience box set. That included The Matrix Revisited, which is a documentary making of. Which is phenomenal, by the way. The making of, for the first Matrix movie is a great documentary. And it genuinely makes me, like, frustrated with how people sometimes behave about the sequels. Specifically saying that, like, oh man, the sequels are the quintessential example of, cashing in on the success of a first movie and making unnecessary sequels. And I'm like, no, guys, it was conceptualized as a trilogy, and the studios were like, no, make one movie, see how it goes from there. Okay. Get into this in a sec, because I'm on another tangent right now. Not to mention also, I mean, watch the behind the scenes of how the actors were preparing, doing the martial arts training and everything, and how the action scenes were designed. But genuinely, I don't know if you remember, because it sounds like you've seen it. But my favorite part of The Matrix Revisited, the making of documentary of the first movie, is the section when they're cutting to a bunch of people. They have, like, assistant directors, director of photography, set designers, costume designers, actors. Each one of them cutting to one after the other about how, like, man, when I first read the script for The Matrix, my mind was blown. I had no idea how to process this. Like, what is going on? I was so confused. One after the other. Every single one of them says it. And then cuts to Lawrence Fishburne lying down, like this, basically, on like a bench press table thing. He's just, like, lying down at the gym training for, I guess, one of the sequels. And he just looks at the camera and goes, I have no idea why people found The Matrix confusing when they first read it. I don't understand that at all. Like, man, the editors just decided to dunk on everybody else in the documentary by putting that clip last. So funny. As I've, like, seen Lawrence Fishburne talk more and more, and, like, listen to him say stuff and, like, watch him in interviews and things, I really respect the dude as an actor. I think he's great. I would love to work with him on whatever capacity I ever would. I think he's cool. Also with Keanu Reeves. Like, Keanu Reeves is great, too. Okay. So, to deviate back to the thing I opened this game up in the first place to address, something that frustrates me about these kinds of games is memory, which I've mentioned before, and timing in conjunction with the controls. Because, I mean, if I go to... one of these has command list. Okay, special moves, just cool, you know. Quarterback, circle kick, and then we've got forward punch, and then backward punch, okay? So, I mean, doing it slowly, it's quarterback, circle kick, and then forward punch and backward punch, right? Sure. But, what I find weird is that sometimes if I go, right? If I do that fast enough, the game kind of plays itself. Oops. I keep pressing kick instead of punch. Right? So, like, I press those inputs and then take my hands off the controller, and the game follows up with those inputs. So I'm effectively being rewarded. If I go, like, I'll just do that. Boom, boom. Oops. Right? So, like, the first animation finishes and goes into the second move, even though the input happened before. So I can do this, come on, this and that, and there's no, like, issue as to when that input happens. I don't have to do it right when this animation ends. I can do it at any point. Like, that also means I can time that out differently. Go whoop, and slower. But then there's other things. Like, there's a combo somewhere here. That one. Sure. There I go. Bump, bump, bump. That's actually a better example. So if I go mid, mid, heavy, right? And this is me saying mid, mid, heavy. And the animations continue. You know? By the time I finish pressing the heavy button, the second middle punch hasn't happened yet. There we go. It's not perfect, but there we go. And, like, this isn't inherently a problem. The problem I get is that with completely different inputs, you either can or can't do the same thing. So here, we got this move, I can cancel from this into that, right? Animation canceling. For as long as my character is red there, I can put that input in. Which means if I go heavy punch input, similar. I can just... You can see, like, how fast those things happen on the left. And how much I don't have to worry about inputs afterwards. But I could go punch and then input. If I'm fast enough, I could do it in that kind of, like, punch, pause, and then press it then. Or I could just go punch. And you can see, like, how fast the frames are there. But... not always. Because sometimes, certain moves, you can only do in that tiny, tiny, tiny little section here. That's the only time it's allowed. And which moves can you do this with? Oops. Which moves can you do that with? And which moves do you have to wait for? Memorize it. Oh! Drives me insane. Let's see. Actually, you know what? Instead of training mode, get an example here. Go to the combo trials, because this is where you can really see this stuff. Jury, because I like playing as Jury. Despite all my rage, I'm still a freaking gamer guy, which means that for some reason, it fits the stereotype. So I eventually started going there in later games, I think. Yeah, I think so too. I think I was just experiencing some of that. Okay, so heavy punch, portal circle forward. Okay, so watch example, which I believe is this button. Okay. So if we look carefully, I can pause this way, but I wish I could do this in slow motion. But I don't think I can. Yeah, I cannot. Damn. Back. Yeah, back. So I can't do this in slow-mo, but the fact that if I were to try to do this combo and press the forward medium punch bit sooner, I would get punished by not being able to actually do the combo. So if I go... Oops, wrong one. Right, that... Okay, yeah. If I do punch, forward medium punch, it doesn't let me do it, because I have to wait until the thing is right here. The ring is just right. Which I do not like. Right? And that's where I have to do it. Oops. I'm doing the wrong input. Because I'm also just bad at the game, right? Like, that's also a factor. But... Wait, hold on. What is this going to do? What is it again? Ah, right. Yeah, overdrive it. Yeah. Okay. Back. So the Dead or Alive had one? I don't know. I've never played a Dead or Alive game. But yeah, so it's like... I have to wait. Oops. So it's punch. and I can be like, mash. Oh, it's wrong input. Okay, I have to properly set my example. I have to actually show what I mean. Right? And you can see how many times I'm hitting it beforehand, but it's not letting me do it. I have to wait for the game to tell me when it's okay, which is there. But in other situations, that's not a problem. I mean, like, this is a great example because, hey, the first two inputs, not a problem. I can go from here to here immediately. No issue. But I can't go from here to here and then here immediately. I have to wait. And it feels really bad in my hands. It bothers me so. So like... So yeah, so just the idea of going... Cool. I can do that. One after the other, no problem. But... I can't just put in the sequence in order quickly and have that work. And that, like... And it's not the fact that I have to... It's the fact that I have to do both and I have to memorize when to do which. That's the problem I have. It means that I have to do memory stuff. And I don't want to do memory stuff. I want to play the video game. I want to memorize by playing. And the only way I'm going to know whether or not I'm doing something wrong, even in this training mode, like, this is the combo trial, and it's showing me the inputs I need to do. It doesn't tell me when I have to wait. So I'm going to have stances, and they really lean it up. I think we saw that before, which is interesting times. It's just a weird idea. Like, I feel like if these kinds of games had never existed, and then they were first invented now, it would never be a mechanic that would be implemented. I don't think. Nothing this memory focused would ever, like, be allowed in a game with modern accessibility mentality. Oh, I can do this slowly. Even better. Hell yeah. So. Boop. Right? I can go boop. That's how much time I have. I can input these things a single frame next to each other. Right? Boom. Oops. I have to actually hit you first. There we go. But Dio did the same thing, but at least they're upfront calling it stances, but never showed an indicator of when you should push the next set of button combos. You just have to figure it out with people. Yeah, exactly. And I mean, this is only here in training mode in the combo trial, so like, I only know that there are timings here, but I don't know what the timings are, even when the combo trial is telling me what to do. It doesn't tell me when to do that. So, like, there are times where I would do a combo trial, and I'm like, cool, bonk, wrong input. There you go. I need to actually be good enough at the game to do this reliably for me to make my point concisely. But, boom. And the fact that I had to wait till then is not conveyed in the controls. Oh, wait. My face is blocking it. Dodoy. The timing is not here. The timing isn't here. There is no indicator of the timing here. None! So the fact that you cancel from this into that, that's not indicated. And if you don't cancel from this into that, you have to wait until the weird thing is here. That's not indicated. And then I haven't even gotten this far as to figure out which one this is. And so in the combo trial training mode thing, you just... The fact that in the tutorial sections of these games, there is points where it goes, figure it out, feels wrong. You know? Like, just fundamentally, structurally wrong. Because I'm doing this in slow motion because I'm bad. So, like, boom, wait until the green, press that, and then I have to do that input, which I'm bad at because it's a weird input. But I'm still going to try it again. There we go, and wait. There we go. Wrong input. I pressed the kick. Okay. Nope. Didn't do it. I did like that about Soul Calibur. They did tell you some points you just have to wait. But was it obvious what points? Because that's the thing. Like, if the animations tell you, that's one thing. Actually, you know what? There's a really good example. Not a combo. I'm gonna go back to training mode to show this. There's a really good example of this actually working. And Street Fighter. That's the thing. Like, I talked to somebody who has played like traditional fighters. He's big into like Marvel vs. Capcom. And he was praising Street Fighter 6 for the level of accessibility and onboarding new players it has. And I'm like, I am a new player. I don't really agree. So let me just drink some not booze real quick. And the instructions of combos list, especially in the newer games, say when you have to cancel or wait till the next combo. Oh, I'll have to double check that or look. But at the same time, like, I don't disagree. Just because I don't know, but I think there's also a factor of like the fact that so many games are like frame specific inputs like that. Just saying you have to wait feels like, I don't know, doesn't feel like it's enough. Okay, so Swagger, Herbert, Punch. This is what I mean. Is this the one I mean? No, it's not. Crap. Which is the one I mean? Swagger Step? No. Oh wait, no, it's in the unique attacks. That's why. Phantom Sway. Nope. Where is it? This one. Nope. This one. Okay. Forward kick, back, forward heavy kick, back heavy kick, and then punch. But effect changes depending on when you press the button for the last attack. Okay? Led to me read members, that's why I kept playing Soul Calibur and left you in. Never tried Street Fighter. You know, fair. So you have this input, and then punch. If I do it at the end, that happens, right? I do more drinking. If I do it sooner, I come back with this attack. If I do it middle, I still come back. Are there only two? I forget. Looks like there's only two. But this is the point, right? So, like, you can see the threshold looks to be about here when he does a spin. And so that's a pretty clear indication of when you can do one or the other thing. But when canceling is in the mix, you can't pay attention to the animations to tell you how your game works. You know? And in fact, like, I'm a training mode, which means I turn red when I can cancel into something. And I can turn blue when I can cancel into a super move, I think it is. So if I go... Oh, nope. Oh, no. Either way. Yeah, so it's... Oh, drink. And actually, I wonder, is it going to show me both options if I do this? Go here, and you can see... Oh, right, there's the headbutt as well. So, I guess there's one that's even sooner. Yeah, there's one that's even sooner. So there are three. They go boom, boom, and if I don't even get to the point where I start to move backwards, if I'm just doing a lean, I can come back in with a headbutt. Right? And so you can tell from the animations which moves are going to work for the most part. I mean, that was a pretty quick cut into the those two punches, but you can get a sense of it, you know? Like, it's not until the weight is going back to that foot that this move is going to be the one that comes out. And then, similarly, it's not until the momentum comes back again that this becomes the next result. But, if you don't do either of those, you just do a headbutt. And, like, what a concept. Being able to know what to do based on what you're looking at. Weird. But yeah, so, like, just to, like, let's take a look at a, like, hyper advanced combo trial for a really combo heavy character. I mean, Jury has some pretty wacky combos, so let's go back to her. Let's go to the advanced combo trial 3, and just look at it, because there's no way in hell I can do it. And I know that some people can, and good for them for learning it, but, like... I probably should actually do a thing where I slow it down. Slow, yes. Then show again. Oh, you're not gonna do a show off in slow-mo? Yeah. But I mean, you can also tell, like, just looking at the, looking over here, at the different rate that these things are happening. Just like the rhythm of these is not even. It's this move, that move, slowly, and then bonk, bonk, ba-bonk, bonk, 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 bonk. And that's just this, I mean, that's just this one move, right? An example. And then advance 2. Let's look at another one. And show the example, please. Oops, show the example. There we go. So starting with this, and then... Yeah. Like, the timings are totally different across this whole thing. It's... So you start with a super move. And then... Bonk, bonk. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Bonk, 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 bonk. Think of Ivy from Soul Calibur. Fair. Again, I don't know a whole lot about a lot of these things. I just know what I've experienced and what feels good and what feels less good. Yeah, so, like, it's just weird to me that, like, oops, still on. That what this also means is that because the timing also requires waiting sometimes, that I'm punished for playing the game fast. Like, I can do a thing very quickly. I am practiced enough that I can do the inputs really fast, but I'm not supposed to. But sometimes I am. And what times am I supposed to? Figure it out. I don't wanna! I like being reactive. I'm a very defensive and reactive player and person. But at the same time, I like when I get the opportunity to open up, to just unload on something, right? So, like, there isn't really a good example. But there's another thing I'm not a huge fan of, and I'm going to use Rashid as my example here. I feel like it's fitting. What do you often react to best? Is it visual thing or audio timing? It's visual. Pretty exclusively visual. Not exclusively, but pretty significantly visual. Because... honestly, it feels like because of my experience with Smash Bros, I am way more interested in what looks cool than what is mechanically effective most of the time. Especially as I've gotten older and, like, I stopped playing Smash Bros as often because I was significantly better than everybody else I was playing with and it became less fun. I became more interested in stuff that looked cool.
An active mind is a strong mind.
But yeah, so that's a factor for sure. But I mean, here's Rashid, right? Does he have any Dragon Punch moves? No, he only has quarter circle forward, quarter circle back, super moves, right? But which ones are which feels weird. So quarter circle punch, it's this. That's light punch. Quarter circle punch middle is diagonal. Like, it's just a difference between light and medium, but they have a different direction thing. And my brain's going, why not have the direction influence that? More of an auto kind of version of an auto certain sound to it than time comes naturally after a while. That's fair. I just feel like there's a lot of, like, combos, at least in this game that I've experienced, that, like, a lot of things can come from a singular move. So, like, I don't know which one to do based off an audio input because there's more than one option, I guess. So just like that in Dead or Alive, yeah. But yeah, so, like, but then also, okay, so then the heavy one is straight up. Why? So if because my brain is going light, medium, heavy, and I go, cool. If I want to hit you with the stronger one, I'm going to go heavy, but if I'm over here, oops, wrong input. So I have to do the light one. Actually, do they do the same damage? I don't even know. They don't. That's the thing, if I want to do the higher damaging one, it's the same input, but a completely different positioning. And that works weird in my brain. Then, the backwards quarter circle punch is this, which involves moving a little bit forward as well. And is this the one that you can roll through as well? Oops, come on. Yeah, that's its own thing we'll get to in a sec. But, like, what about this makes me think sweeping backwards direction? Nothing. Honestly. If anything, I'm rolling forward. So why is it the roll back input? Because the roll forward input is also this. Okay, well, I also have to roll forward and roll backward kick. So roll forward kick. Okay, that's a projectile. For most characters, projectile is roll forward. Okay, cool. But it's also roll forward punch, but, you know, it's a foot thing. There we go. But again, similarly, light moves farthest, middle moves middle, heavy moves up. Why? Ah. But then, okay, so what's the backwards roll for quarter circle forward kick? It's the shooting forward kick move that even, actually, if I do the heavy one, look how, like, why is that the rolling back motion? I don't know. Because of this spinning and going up, it feels more like a roll back to me. But this, does it actually have the potential if I overdrive the cross up? It does. So I have the potential to go past my opponent by using the quarter circle backwards input. And my brain goes, ah! And then there's going back to this, has the, do this, and then go forward and kick to do a roll. This part I don't have a huge problem with. The fact that you can go woo and then roll forward kick. That's fine by me. Is there another aspect to it? Yes. If you go backwards kick after this, if you go here and then backwards kick, you fly at them. How is that a backwards input? Why is that a backwards input? Surely that would be a movement towards. And so, like, some of the aspects of how this game and games like this control don't feel intuitive in my brain, which means that I have to put more effort into memorizing them, which means I don't. So I, like, despite the fact that I think I really like Rashid's moveset outside of his special attacks. Like, I really like this. I love this move and this move. Super satisfying to play with. Like, just like his normals, I guess. Forward and kick. It's a forward flip kick. Fantastic. Forward and punch. Bam, it's an elbow. Like, it's a forward jumping elbow. Forward medium. It's a forward jumping attack. Fantastic. Backwards rolling kick. It's a jumping forward kick. Ah, why? They like to make the funny character for chaotic people. I mean, but they do that with multiple characters in this game, though. Like, I mean, frick. Let's pick, I don't know, somebody. Aki, sure, why not? So, actually, yeah, Aki's a good choice. Aki, quarter circle forward punch. Stab, that's light. Quarter circle forward medium. Diagonal up. Okay. Quarter circle forward and heavy. Straight up. But why? Okay, quarter circle forward kick. Well, that moved me backwards. That didn't move me backwards. Okay, what? Okay, that's a light one. What's medium? What is medium? Medium, I go a little bit forward. Okay. Quarter circle forward kick. That makes sense, because I'm going swooping down, going towards the ground. I'll buy that. What's backwards? Quarter circle kick. What about that is down, backward? Is it because I'm going like this? And like doing like a dolphin dive thing? You know what? I'll buy that. Sure. That's fine. Quarter circle back punch. That's my projectile. When for a lot of other characters, it's the quarter circle forward motion. Weird, but okay. That was light. Quarter circle forward, quarter circle backward medium. That's totally, that's a different move. That is a different move. I would buy that as like a quarter circle back thing because of the animation. There's like a turnaround thing, sure. But then, that's the heavy one. Another different move. These are 3 different special moves tied to the same quarter circle back punch thing. And so if I want to, cool, but if I overdrive it, because you have to do 2 of those button inputs to overdrive, it's always going to be the projectile. So this and this are really secondary or tertiary or like less important than this move, because when you want to expend a resource to make that input stronger, it's always going to be And then there's that, which I don't need to get into right now. But it's always going to be that one. So I'm like, okay, but what? Like, cool, heavy kick, I'll buy that. Forward heavy kick, that's jumping forward with the kick. Cool. Forward heavy punch, that makes sense. Forward medium, yes. Like, normals make a whole lot more sense to me most of the time, if not exclusively. Like, that's a backwards heavy punch, and that's like a coming back forward and then going forward thing motion. I buy that. But at the same time, the fact that there is standing medium punch, neutral, no directional input, and then I hold forward, it's the same. Hold backwards, it's the same. Ah! Now, that has the potential to lead to like a very bloated moveset. Obviously, where like you're looking at the command list and there's just so much different stuff and it gets really overwhelming. Totally get that. A good way to kind of work around that would be to have intuitive differences to forward and backwards inputs. Like, I mean, switch to Marissa for a great example. I love Marissa, by the way. Heavy punch. It's a heavy punch, jump forward. There isn't a special input for forward heavy punch, but backwards heavy punch, it's a shorter range move, right? Standard heavy kick. Forward heavy kick is a moving forward. It is technically some level of shorter range, but maybe it's not, because Marissa moves forward. Backwards, there isn't one. So just, you know, combine these in your mind for me briefly. So you get like, so you have standard, I mean, this should be the forward heavy punch, honestly. There should be a different punch for, anyway. Actually, wait, hold on. Does medium have 3 different ones? Oh, it doesn't. Do any of these have 3? No. It's fine. So, standard kick. Great. Forward kick. Advance when you do the attack. Backwards attack. Shorter range. Right? Just do that. You know? And hey, like medium punch. Forward medium punch. Moving forward, advancing move. More range. Backwards punch. Shorter range. I mean, this is a heavy one. But you get my meaning, right? Like, hey, guess what? If that was the case for every single input in the game, it wouldn't feel like I have to memorize a whole bunch of stuff, because I would go, cool, if I'm moving away from the guy and press attack, I'm closing in on myself, close distance. If I'm going towards the guy, I want to move towards the guy. Towards the guy moves. Away from the guy moves. But, you know, then there's stuff that I just don't understand. That's the sweeping backwards punch. That one I get because it's, you know, sweep, even though the motion of an uppercut would be the opposite. But that makes sense for a forward punch for sure. Backwards kick is this thing. That's a defensive option. Away makes sense. Forwards kick, jump and forward kick makes sense. You know? And then you have this this weird ass input. The classic dragon punch, or you can input it's yeah. And what's weird is that I have on multiple occasions tried to do this move, the quarter circle move, and ended up doing the dragon punch motion by complete accident, and I have no idea how. And that's the super, but that's a separate thing. Was why I avoid certain characters in some games, but that's my point. Like, I don't want to avoid characters. I don't want to avoid characters. Look, like, oh! I want every character to be appealing, because I bought this game because I was like, ooh, I can't wait to try all of this out. And if you want people to play your game for an extended period of time, the more options they have, the better. Which means, hey, if I want to play everyone, I'm going to put time into everyone, which is more time played. Ah! And then we get Blanca, who is far and away my least favorite character in this game, the one I had the least amount of interest in playing. And it's the Sonic and Smash problem. Because so many of his moves are rolling a ball. So we've got, because I still remember, we've got rolling a ball this way. We've got rolling a ball this way. No, is it rolling a ball this way? There we go. We got rolling a ball that way. We've got that weird thing. We've got electric. We've got this. We've got that. Okay. But, like, there's a bunch of moves, because I don't know block moves, because, again, I haven't put any interest in. So we've got rolling attack, rolling attack, rolling attack, rolling attack, forward, and rolling cannon, of course. So, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4 of Blanca's special moves, they're all the same. Just, we got that version of a turning into a ball. Then we've got this version of turning into a ball. And then we've also got this version of turning into a ball. And if we do, is it this? Yeah. Now we have another move unlocked by this special, of the super move, for a limited time, which is yet another way to roll into a ball, where we can roll into a ball and then zoomy from the ball form. I think that it was actually that character that made me not buy Street Fighter. You know what? I don't blame you. That's fair. But I mean, again, like, hey, that's one character, but like, in terms of characters that, quote unquote, like, that characters that I would like to play, let's just say, for the sake of argument, controls were not an issue. I knew how to play these games flawlessly regardless. I am only not interested in, like, 2 or 3 of these characters. Being Blanca, Lily, maybe Dhalsim? But even then. Friends running arcade with me, and I'm like, please let me pick someone who makes sense. Yes! Yes! And there's something else, there's another factor here, which I hate to admit, and I can only really showcase by actually getting into a versus match. But I'll just do it against an easy computer because it doesn't really matter. I do need to have more than one round. Arguably, the easiest character to understand is Luke.
Alright, let's get it.
And I don't like Luke as a character.
Alright, let's get
I don't... Sure, can, whatever. I do not like Luke as a character. He typifies a certain level of, like, fuckboyitude that I just do not like. But his moveset makes so much sense to me because it's straight and to the point for so much of it.
Alright, you ready?
But just for example, let's see if I actually get this this victory screen that I'm actually looking for. Because here, I can go like light, medium, heavy. That's a combo that just goes into itself automatically. Cool. Like, I don't like the fact that he's barefoot. I don't like some of the ways his body moves. It feels pretty, like, sloppy and unskilled, which fits his character, but I'm not a fan of it. For, like, the kinds of characters that I like to play. Nope. I just need to, win a round so I can see the, either one of his victory animations for a round. Both of them. Hashtag cringe. Oh, come on. Oh, yeah, good. Now I can also just play this problem. Okay, well, I had a cool throw that I hit him with, but, okay, just leg kick. I win. But then, we have this.
Not bad.
That's actually the least egregious of his 3 victory pose animations. So let's see if I can... I mean, I'm not going to get another one because it's, I should have just... Yeah, okay. I like how I have to put myself through all of this.
Alright, let's get it.
Just go to 1. And if I don't get one I want the first round, I'll let the other guy win, and hopefully he'll get it. Come along now! Quarter circle forward for projectiles. Quarter circle backward for this move, which, again, has the 3 different versions of it, but have, like, a wind-up, so that makes sense. Quarter circle back for kicks. There isn't a special move. Oops, quarter circle forward for kick. It's a dash thing. Alright, that makes sense. Cool. Let me just quickly, hopefully quickly, deal with this. And for most of these characters, down and heavy punch is an uppercut. Cool. That's kind of universal. Got it. Okay, now let's see if he does the dance.
I'm too good.
I forgot about this one. God damn it. That one's okay too. Alright. Let me do some damage and then let him kick my ass. Because I think if I do too well, that's not going to show me the animation. Which means I have to make sure he doesn't do too well. Okay, now I'll stop and let him win. And hopefully he'll do the freaking animation I'm hoping to find. It'd be nice if there was like an animation library I could just go to, but, you know, I could YouTube it. But whatever. And now I immediately regret putting this guy at CPU level 1. Oh my god, I'm just gonna keep walking at him then. We live in a society. Okay, or not. Back a little bit. Come on. Do something, Mike. Oh boy. I regret everything I've ever done. Come on. Come on. Come on. And I don't have a way to capture Smash Brothers, otherwise I would totally use it as an example, in contrast. But I'm just capturing this via Streamlabs, so if it's not on my computer, I can't do it. I don't have, like, a capture card or anything like that. And if I did, I don't know how to use it, but I probably would if I actually got one. I would learn. Obvious. Come on! Oh my god. It would be faster if I fucking restarted. God damn my brain. Uno mas. Luke.
Alright, let's get it.
And Luke.
Alright, let's get it.
Higher CPU difficulty. Just a bit. I swear I'm going somewhere with this. The stream has gone on for longer than it should have. Not to say that, like, you know, I, like, have to stream for less time, but because I spent too long trying to get this frickin' thing to be a thing. Again, we got heavy kick. It's a jumping forward heavy kick. And if I do backwards heavy kick, it's this. But I feel like the backwards heavy kick should be what the regular heavy kick is, and forward heavy kick should be this dashing forward knee. Ah! And there should be a different input for backwards heavy kick. That is like a, you know, close knee. Gotta go get something to eat. The stomach is yelling at you. Fair. Hopefully I can actually get the thing I'm looking for right now. Please, please, please. No! God damn it. Just do the thing, Julie! Come on, okay. Just do it, please. I just want to show this and then I'm gonna stop streaming. That's literally it. I'm trying to showcase how much I find Luke irritating, and the fact that I haven't been able to show what I find irritating about him is making me more irritated. It's, irony. Cruel mistress. Please, 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 please. Get absolutely fucked. I'm YouTubing it. God damn it. God damn it. I can't believe one of my first times rage quitting is from trying to get an animation to play, and not because I'm, like, bad. Luke Victory animation just a 6. Here we go. Oh my god, maybe his taunts would have done it too. His taunts probably would have actually told me the information I wanted to show. But it's fine, we're here now. This is a video apparently titled Street Fighter 6 has perfect animations. Or Luke has 2 perfect animations. So let's show this. Oh my god.
Game over, yo.
So this isn't even the one I was thinking of, but I hate it. Is this the other one? Please show me that this is the other one.
Game over, yo.
What?
Too easy.
What just happened? Okay, one more time, please. God damn you. God damn you. Here we go.
Game over, yo.
This one.
Too easy.
Like, you can just tell what his personality is, right? I want nothing to do with this person.
Too easy.
I want nothing to do with that guy. Might as well be flossing on you. Exactly! Exactly. 100% correct. And so the fact, like, hey, this guy's moveset really works for me. I dislike the character. God damn it. Then we have the reverse effect. A character like Cammy. I love Cammy's character. Playing through the story mode in Street Fighter 6, I got to know Cammy's character even more. Really cool as a character. Lovely. Rather autistic coded. Maybe that's why. But really cool. Her moveset, it is not in my brain. It's just not. There are certain animations that she does that, like, boil my nerves in a way that, like, bother me. And, like, her playstyle doesn't fit how I like to play the game. But I really wish it did. And then you get the middle ground for me, which are Ed and Jury, which are arguably the two of the 3 or 4, 5 now, among the edgiest characters, which is a problem. Ed literally has a freaking comb, an emover, as it is often, or at least it was known when I was in high school. I don't know why I'm bothering to, like, try to load things considering how everything's going. But, oh yeah, there he is. Yeah. Oh good, it's a video. I thought it was going to be a screenshot. Yeah, look at this guy. This is a character I like to play as, and I find his personality to be more tolerable than Luke's. Still not tremendous. And the other character that I really like to play as is freaking Jury. And I'm the guy who looks like this, is a big nerd and loves video games, and the unhinged goth footwife is the character I find the most fun. And when I realized that, I was so angry. I was so upset with myself. It hurt. It really hurt. Yeah. I don't even have a foot thing, but everyone thinks I do. Well, everyone would think I do when I say I play Jury. It's just, ugh. But the, dominant goth wife thing? Sure. Fine. Just goddamn it. Like, I genuinely hope that one of her alternate costumes that comes out at some point down the line actually has her wearing shoes or boots or something. But so far, no. If only because I want people to talk about it less. I know they won't, but maybe it'll give me an option. I can pick that costume as long as the rest of other things about it are good. Where that'll be less of a thing for me. I don't know. But yeah, fun game. Absolutely. I would have designed it differently, and I have a lot of thoughts about why and how I would back that up. Anyway, Admired, you should go eat. I should also eat. So thanks for talking. This has been a blast. It's so humid in here. Oh my god. All right. Thanks for being here, tuning in, whatever. And regardless of how your days go, and I hope it improves. God damn. Street Fighter. Yeah, get a food. You too. I'll talk to you later. Thanks for thanking me for streaming. This is nice. All right, I'm actually gonna go now because food. I need water. That's not the temperature of this room. Okay.